Hi everybody, welcome to the tutorial for the MMS Total Country Costs by Subnational Geographies add-on template tool. This sheet or tool should only be used if your country is totaling costs across multiple subnational geographies, provinces or states, for example, for the introduction and scale-up of MMS. You'll always see the version number and the last updated on date at the top to make sure you're using the latest version. And the purpose of this tool is to support you in combining subnational geography costings into a national or country view. And this is to help identify the funding requirements, inform the development of a financing or resource mobilization plan, and to serve as an aid to continue to update your country's MMS costing and financing plans. This sheet overviews the context for the tool, but we'll walk through. Really, the only tab that requires your inputs is this tab, the Subnational Geography Inputs tab. And so similar to the implementation plan costing tool for the individual provinces and states, you enter your country, the scale, which will likely default to national for this tool, and the local currency and the conversion rate to USD will automatically populate. But you can manually override this if you would like, of course. And then you enter the years of scale up. You only have to enter year 1 and the rest will automatically populate. The most important thing to do is copy and paste these tables from the individual subnational geographies costing tool outputs tab. So the outputs, charts, and graphs and tables, you copy and paste these tables into here for each subnational geography. So you enter the name, for example, state A, and to note, this is all illustrative data, simply for the purposes of example. So please don't take this as real data at this time. So you copy and paste the cost by cost category and year, the funding committed by cost category and year, the cost per pregnant woman reached, and the cost by type of cost category and year. And in this tab, we have room for up to 40 subnational geographies, so up to 40 provinces or states. And if you don't need to use all of them, you likely won't need to, you just leave it blank. But there is room in case you need up to 40. We've entered dummy data for up to 4 subnational geographies. The next tab is the Total Country Outputs tab. This does not need to be touched. It's a protected sheet, but it simply combines all of the inputs that was entered, copy and pasted in the previous sheet for activity cost, funding cost, and by cost category, and for each subnational geography. This is the next sheet from an outputs perspective that you can use as the user. And so it's a pivot table where you can select which cost categories you want to see. For example, if you just want to see market shaping and demand generation, or if you want to see everything. And you can select the subnational geographies that you want to see it for, and it will give you the figures that you've required. So this is for you to be able to select what information you're looking for based on what outputs you need. We have defaulted and inserted a dashboard of charts and graphs, just like the individual subnational geography tool, which is the total cost by cost category and year. So most of these graphs, except for the next one, is for the total combined view, for all the subnational geographies that were entered for the combined view. The only difference is this one, which is total cost by subnational geography and year, which will populate based on the number of subnational geographies you put in and what their figures are. The rest, total cost by type of cost, total funding committed, funding gap by year, and cost per pregnant woman reached, is all a combined view based on the different inputs that were put in. And then we have reference sheets, which don't need to be manually changed, but for reference, this is where the currency conversion and the drop-down countries are coming from that we found in those base input sheet. So that's about it. It's a fairly straightforward add-on template tool. If you have any questions, comments, concerns as you go through, please let the R4D team know, and we will actively update it as it is a live document. Thank you for your attention, and we hope this is useful.